1. Welcome back everyone, and the long-awaited Pepsiman race has arrived. Here in my webcams you can see on the left the beautiful Dutchman, Renee. Hello Renee.
Hello. That beer.
Very good. And on the right side, the beautiful German boy, Nixxo, in his castle Oldenburg right now in the library with his star in the back. We love to see it.
For some reason, there's double audio, is what they say. But hello. I don't know, is that through me?
That makes sense.
Ah. Cool.
Thank you, Luke.
Fixed.
Yeah, should be fixed now, just let me know.
I mean, if it was an epic effect, then we could keep it on.
Agreed.
Just put some more spice on everything. Alright. Then, before we get into the race, the wonderful Dino just dropped a $100 donation into our hands, saying, supporting you all from here at the UKSG in rainy Scotland. Good luck to all the runners and volunteers, and I look forward to catching up on what I have missed when I get home. Thank you, Dino. And yeah, the Miney is going strong on the highlights, so they are up on Twitch already for the most part of it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rewatching. And speaking of donations, I have talked to both of the runners, and we have agreed on that every time they bonk into something, I will spend $1 for the charity. So I hope I can keep track of all the bonks that happen.
Yes,
and
so if
I
you see
also
us
trust
running
the
in...
runners.
No, if you see us running into everything, it's for charity, it's
Exactly.
not a skill issue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how it works. PAX gave us the best excuse. And it's
Yeah,
obviously great stuff. So shoutouts to PAX as always.
Alright, then I think if you're both are ready and if the chat is also ready for everything, then we can start.
I think I'm good.
Yes.
Alright, then you two count me down for the timer start and yourself to begin the race.
Cool.
Will you do the honors?
You will. You're the Pepsiman guy.
Oh, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Pepsiman.
Pepsi for charity.
Yeah, well, welcome in everyone to Pepsiman. I guess I'll let you introduce this beautiful game.
This is Pepsiman.
Yep, that's all there is to say.
Was that good?
Basically, it's an advertisement game that's exclusively released in Japan, I believe, which makes it kind of very niche. But it turned into a bit of a meme because it is. So that's all there is to know, really.
It also has the most amazing cutscenes. Unfortunately, you'll see us skip those cutscenes because we want to be fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Nixxo said, if you look closely at some of the levels, you might see some advertisement for a certain soda brand.
It could be any though. Like we don't wanna say any names. So
yeah, especially towards the end, it's in there quite sneakily.
It's very subtle promotion. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward game. It's a jump and run sort of. There are some mechanics though, I guess. In the first level that are kind of chill, we can explain some of them. Because you see the Pepsi cans on the floor, which ideally you try to avoid in a speedrun, because in the end they make the cutscene longer at the end of every level. Yeah. They do help us though to not die that often. There's like a shield in the top left, you see the Pepsi symbol, and if it's fully charged you can tank 2 hits, like you can run into 2 things without dying. And you recharge it with the Pepsi cans, the soda cans, it could be anything.
Could be anything. Yeah, once you have 10, you get pretty much 1 HP back.
Yeah.
Which is handy. But if you get 0 cans throughout a stage, you see that it plays like a jingle for a new record. It skips that completely because, well, you gotten 0.
Yeah. And you probably see a big difference there because I collect all the cans because I am horrible at this game, so I need all the life I can get. And I think you skip as many as you can, right?
I try to. Like, there's realistically only 1 level that I do fully canless. That's 2-2.
Wow.
Because it's difficult to avoid all the cans.
It is. The first level are kind of chill. My first one was horrible, but they're basically to get introduced into the game. But honestly, the difficulty in this ramps up so quickly.
Yeah, the first few levels are pretty chill.
Yeah.
I did bonk once on level 1, but
Yeah,
we don't
same.
talk about that.
Like once, basically. Yeah.
I think it's like after World 2, the highway where it racks up a lot, and then World 4 is just... You'll see, the promotion and the difficulty racks up throughout that world.
Yeah, 100%. It's an interesting mix of things as well, because we had the jump and run part. I'm at the skateboarding now that you've seen probably Renee do like 5 minutes ago. So they have those like little auto-scrollers every now and then in the middle of things. And then the third level of every world is one big auto-scroller, like boss fight, so to speak. We have to usually run away from something, kind of Crash Bandicoot style.
Coming up on that now, the first time it is a huge can of whatever soda they might be promoting.
Could be any.
It could be anything. So you've probably already noticed, but in this game you can't stand still. It is, as Nixxo kind of called it, an auto-scroller. You're always on the move, but you have pretty much three things you can do. You can jump, you can brake, but braking is slow, and you can dash forward, which actually is fast. So what you probably see us do is try to dash as much as possible. However, if you hold the forward button during a dash, it resets your speed. So essentially you want to let that go, and you'll see me jump a lot to preserve the dash speed as long as possible.
Yeah, if you want to see this game done well, definitely look at Renee's side of the stream. I'm just here for fun, mostly.
I mean, me too. So.
I know. But there's a slight difference in our PBs. But that doesn't stop me from running Pepsiman for charity. And so I don't know how many bonks we have yet, actually. I hope Pax is counting well. I had quite a few.
2.
That's not that many. You have to bonk a bit more in the later levels, I'm afraid.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I mean, I said like I don't think I've ever done a bonkless level. Like even like the 2 bonks I take on purpose, because there's 2 tricks coming up later. Essentially the same trick, but you use invisibility frames for that, so you have to get hit. Aside from that, I don't think I've done a fully bonkless run.
Yeah, it's really difficult to fully bonkless, in my opinion. Deathless, I think, is already hard enough, which I know you've done.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, I believe, because I see the city in flames right now, I think the plot of this game is literally that, like, the factory's broken or something and everything goes to hell or something without Pepsi? I forgot.
The plot gets conveniently more dramatic throughout the acts. The first one is just like, oh no, the Pepsi machine is broken, can you go bring the poor people Pepsi? And then the second one... wait, it's also something like that. Oh no, there's people trapped on the building, on the roof of a burning building.
Oh yeah.
And the fire's now put out, everybody's in safety, but they're so dehydrated and tired, they just need their Pepsi. So instead of saving them, we actually just go bring them Pepsi. And then in the third world, the people are stranded after a helicopter crash. Luckily, nobody's hurt, but they're stranded in the middle of the desert. And we have to give them Pepsi, obviously, to have them survive.
Yeah, because just getting them home is not enough.
No, we can't do that. We can do everything, but all we do is give people Pepsi. And then in the last world, indeed, it's like Pepsi City, and the main Pepsi computer is gone haywire, so people can't have their Pepsi, and they go berserk and destroy everything.
It sounds about right. It's a good plot.
It is. It's been thought through.
Yeah.
Not very long, probably, but...
No, probably not. It's also totally not trying to message you how great this soda is that they're advertising for.
Yeah, not
at all. Also, I might have died before the checkpoint, so I lost like 50 minutes, but... It's okay.
I'm currently on 2-2, which is the level I always do canless, if I can.
Ooh. Nice. I see. Very good. Best of luck with that. We'll see. So we can get the final screen without the Pepsi cans, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. Which one is your favorite world? I'm kind of curious. And least favorite.
I think it has become this one because I learned to do it canless, and
Yeah.
it's pretty fun once you learn how to do that. It's also kind of technical because of a part in the middle that I learned for dashless, and you need to like preserve your speed in a really unique way.
Mm-hmm.
That's canless. So you can
Hey.
see when it says get Pepsi, there's no new record. There is on the time, but can't do anything about that except going really slow. So
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be necessarily good for a speedrun. Also, you're already at the end of the level, that's impressive. I might have just
Yeah.
started, may or may not. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah, this level is cool though. I like the idea that you end up in the subway station, basically. Like, it's obviously not the fastest way, I'm sure, to get to the people on the burning roof, but it's Pepsi Man.
probably not.
He doesn't care. Oh my god, I'm bad.
Also, I'm being chased by a red truck right now as Pepsi Man. I mean, I'm not pointing any fingers. It says it's a pizza truck, but, well, I think we all know.
Yeah. Totally not any messaging to other soft drink companies. Could also be any.
There's also an Atari 2600 game, which is like Space Invaders, and I think it's the letters Pepsi. And if you shoot them all, it says Coke wins.
Okay, that's
Pretty
good.
sure. Or the other way around, but I'm pretty sure it's like that.
I wonder who commissioned that game. It could have been any company. Also, this game is probably most famous for its amazing soundtrack, so I hope it's coming through well on stream. Because
Yeah, it actually has banger music, like
it does.
unironically.
It does. Like, the Pepsiman soundtrack is sick, and they remix it like throughout the run, basically, and in some areas it's actually really epic. I'm a big fan.
Alright, so truck skip is coming up. It's a really precise trick. It's actually not frame perfect, but what I want to do is get hit, dash backwards. Oh, well, the getting hit worked.
That's half of
Yeah.
it.
So what you essentially want to do is get hit in the perfect animation while sliding backwards, so you don't like roll back. Then you dash backwards to cancel your cooldown on the dash forwards, and you dash through the truck. I really would have liked to show it off, but
There's a second one, isn't it?
there is a second
Yeah.
one in Fort 2, Fort 1, no, which is a lot easier, it's a lot less precise, but it also saves a lot less, and it's a lot less cool.
It's still cool enough, okay? Don't you worry. You get that? It's still impressive. Also, the issue with those like chase levels, in my opinion, is if you get hit once early, it's like so difficult.
Oh
because
yeah, it's absolutely, it's especially the ones, the first two, you run away from something in the background, which
Yeah.
means you're dodging foreground objects, which
yeah.
you already don't have much time to see coming.
Nope.
But yeah, once you get hit, it's just worse.
Yeah, everything zooms in like so much basically, and just no chance to actually see anything.
Those levels are definitely like trial and error, just like kind of learning where things are.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the first couple you can still do with just reflexes, but then the one you're gonna be on soon, the locks, those are just horrible. If
Yeah.
you don't know when stuff is coming, where it's like no chance.
I'd say that's also like the easiest pattern to learn,
Probably, yeah.
but yeah, I think casually it's the most difficult one.
Yeah. Also, you say that now as if I remember the pattern for this race. But it's okay. Now, I'll do the truck the old-fashioned way, because I have absolutely no idea how this skip works. I'm just happy if I don't die. Yep, sorry.
That means you saved on me, because I just bonked and fell.
Yeah, I might have bonked as well by playing it the
Oh.
normal way. Maybe. There's
Maybe.
a chance. But it's for charity. That it was on purpose, so PAX has to pay $1.
Of course. Ow. See, that one was too.
Yeah, yeah,
Wanted to hug that buffalo and earn money for charity.
exactly. And I'm sure the buffalo feels better as well.
I think so too. Because of this section, by the way, this is the only level in the game that's impossible to do without collecting cans.
Oh, is it? Interesting. I had no idea. I mean, it makes sense. Oh my god, I missed the checkpoint. That's not good. I mean,
Just
this
don't
part
die.
is easy, but... I don't trust myself to not die on those bikers.
Yeah, they're annoying.
I have to say though, it is surprising that they give you indicators where they're gonna come from. Like, this game is such a difficult game where they don't really give you much to go off most of the time, so...
That's true, actually. I mean, I think for the most part, this game is challenging but fair, except
True.
in those boss type stage,
Yeah.
chase stages. Those can just feel unfair, like your first times playing.
That's true. I do agree with that.
Oh my god. It's all for charity, chat.
Exactly.
know
All the
exactly what
bonks
I'm
you're
doing.
seeing, it's not actually us. It's like, you know, PAX's incentive. We would have done this bonkless, obviously, but that would be kind of boring. Where are you at, actually?
I'm just finishing up 3-2. I just got out of the mineshaft.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm now giving these poor stranded people their Pepsi.
And then we have the weird lock boss with the other chase segment. I think that is honestly the dumbest one because it makes so like no sense how that is following you.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the cutscene, but what happens is the buffalo run into Pepsiman. He just launches into this pile of logs that you see behind me, and it just
course.
starts magically rolling and chasing us and giving birth to baby logs along the way.
Of course, yeah, it makes sense. That's how physics work.
As one does, yes.
Also, I think one thing we didn't mention about the Pepsi cans, they also give you lives overall, I think, right? At the bottom right?
Yes.
Yeah. So every 100, I assume?
Every 25, actually.
Oh, wow. That is actually not that many. And to be honest...
Screwed up hard.
Wait, what happened?
I got hit twice early on the rolling logs, and then you have so little time to jump
Yeah,
over the double
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
And I did it, survived,
GG's.
but I didn't think I would. It's just for the 2 extra bombs, of course.
Of course. They count.
Now we're about to reach Pepsi City, where mayhem has ensued now that the main Pepsi computer of the main factory has gone haywire. And
Plot.
this is the effect. This is one of those levels where if you look carefully, you might see the branding. Like, somewhere.
You have to be really, like, looking in depth, but you can find it.
So that's what truck skip is supposed to look like. You get hit, you dash backwards and instantly dash forwards, because when you get hit in this game, you can't instantly dash forwards to regain your speed. And what resets that cooldown is actually braking and dashing backwards. So you instantly brake and within a couple frames start dashing forward again, and you can use your invisibility frames that you got from getting hit to go through the truck. You don't have to wait for it.
Fun game.
Good game.
Good game. It is.
Game. I actually think it's unironically fun with.
It is. It is. It can be very punishing as a speed run, but
Trust me, I know.
yeah. I think we both made some experiences with this game being mean, but it's definitely a fun game if you don't mind kinda not amazing controls. I know you said you don't actually think the controls are that bad. I think that's the one thing we disagree on a bit.
I think they're fairly responsive actually, but it's I thought that while casually playing, a lot of times where you're trying to do optimal speedrun movement,
True, yeah.
game kind of eats your jump when you're dashing fast.
That's a good point. God, I do not remember this pattern at all. I guess it's just reflexes on this lock thing.
A pretty perfect 4-1. I'm about to reach the final main stage, the Pepsi factory, which is a mess. It's probably the hardest level.
Yes. I'm worried I'm not gonna beat it today, so good luck.
Thank you.
There's like so many difficult segments. The conveyor belts are actually like screwing you over so much.
I think the conveyor belts are like hard. The rest
Yeah.
of the stage is not bad.
No, no.
The final, what should we call it? The Silver Surfer
Mhm.
part.
Yeah,
That one's pretty tricky.
pretty tough. But that one, yeah. At least usually you have like enough lives to die a couple times. But if you want to do it optimal, obviously you don't want to die because it's time
Yeah.
loss. Oh, I showed the Pepsi guy for a second. Let's go.
Nice.
Screen time. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I mean,
once-
you talked about the cutscenes earlier. It's like they've made them with an American actor, but they didn't translate stuff well. So all of his lines are like really stupid.
The most famous, of course, is Pepsi for TV game.
Yep, the best of them all. And I actually admire the guy for like playing it with a straight face, even though probably knew that all the lines are kind of nonsense. But turned into a masterpiece. I'm actually really curious what the final bonk count is gonna be like.
Me too.
It's probably gonna be a while until we get that one, but we'll count carefully. Oh my god,
Well,
those cars.
I feel like a bad person now because I think for the first time in my life I've done a completely bonkless Pepsi factory.
Yeah, oh, you're almost at the end, dang. GG's.
Yeah, I think this might have been a gold if my loadless would have worked.
I forgot there's loadless actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that on. But almost GG. I'm still fighting through the city. But it's just for charity, it's just so we get some more bonks. Renee is showing the runoff well, and I collect the money. It's good teamwork.
Exactly. So in the final stage, they once again resorted to using the can, but this time it gives birth to little mini Pepsi cans. So I think it's weirdly probably one of the easiest ones, the easiest levels in this entire game.
Yeah, I agree. The final one is really not that hard. It's kind of weird how you're getting chased by a Pepsi bottle. I mean, isn't that the good guys?
Yeah. Also, if you look at the walls, you might see some promo as well.
A little bit.
Wall. Well, I use the term walls loosely here.
What? Yeah. Also, the segment with the can, I don't think you mentioned it when you have the garbage bin above your head. It's the controls are reversed, which is very fun.
That's true.
I love it. So left goes right and right goes left. It's
And
still a
it's
pretty
time
easy
for
part.
me.
GG's. It's a good time. 20 is really good. That beats my
Yeah.
PB by 5 minutes.
Just above like 20 minutes real time, which I think
Yeah.
would be like a very low 19 with in-game time. So that's actually a really solid run, even though I didn't get truck skip.
Really nice time. Struggling a little bit here with the final level, but that's okay. Again, it's more money for charity. I'm so thankful for PAX for giving me this excuse. It's perfect.
Pepsi, only my choice.
Yeah, you can maybe show off. Oh, they won't hear it though. I was thinking you could maybe show off the cutscenes, but
I'm gonna try to quickly show off
the first couple maybe.
the truck skip because I didn't
Oh,
get
yeah.
to during the run.
Also a good idea. So Renee is giving some bonus content. At least the estimate is 35 minutes, so I have some time to beat this final level. There's a chance. I'll be trying my hardest. Yeah, it's like a lot more difficult than Renee made it look, to be honest. The Pepsi factory, it's a tough level. Mostly because of the conveyor belts just completely messing with your momentum, and sometimes if you just hit like a crate, you fall back into a hole because of them. They just kind of drag you down and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, normally I'd say just not get hit,
I know.
but under these circumstances, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. See, that was intended, of course,
There we go.
running into that crate.
And if you time it well enough, you can go through the truck, and then you don't have to like not dash for this entire section, because collision is but a suggestion.
Of course. Who needs collision? No, I almost made it. That's basically where the difficult part ends. Well, sorry Pax, we're gonna do another round. We'll do
Do you
another
have lives?
round of bonking. Sorry?
Do you have lives?
F10, yeah.
Oh, you collected a lot of Pepsi, man.
Oh yeah. All the Pepsi. All the soda. Could be anything.
Which means you're essentially really close to doing Hundo anyway, so...
You know, I like collecting the Pepsi cans, but only if it's my choice, you know?
Okay. Pepsi, only my
Exactly.
choice.
Oh, I was kind of already in the void there. I don't know how you survived that, but good job, Pepsi man. I don't know how I bonked there, though, on the other hand, but it's okay. You're so slow with those conveyor belts. Okay, I made it past the conveyor belts. There's hope. There's hope for the estimate.
We have like, what, 10 minutes to estimate?
Something like that, yeah. Which, you don't know how bad I am at this final level, so that's doesn't
I
mean
believe
that.
in you, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh my god. Stop believing that I'm not worth it. Not after that bonk.
I heard you had a lot of the lights.
I mean, yeah, still have 8. This reminds me of like a Potterthon when I raced SLS in 1 GBA and I didn't finish.
Oh, rip.
It was like so far ahead, and at some point I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna let people wait until I'm done with this game. But it was fun, that's what matters. And again, yeah, every bonk is money for charity, so... This is all excellent, actually, all according to plan.
Fantastiskt jobbat!
Bruh, Pepsi, man.
Bra!
I don't quite understand the momentum in this game. Sometimes he bonks something and he just stops. Sometimes he just tumbles back super far.
It has mostly to do with your current speed when you get hit.
Yeah.
So if you just started a dash, when you bump into something, you're probably gonna roll back because you had a lot of speed going in there.
Oh, okay, I see.
At least that's what I think, how I think it works.
That makes sense.
That's one of the reasons that for the truck skip, we actually slide backwards, we brake, because if you get hit during that brake, you don't roll backwards. And if you roll backwards, you're too far away from the truck for your iframes to make it all the way through the truck.
Oh, I see. Oh no, is that the last door? I think that might have been the last door. Whoops. I was stressed out by the timer because for some reason the checkpoints are weird. Like they don't give you back your full time when you hit them.
No, but for this, since it's like only one speed, it's always enough.
Yeah, yeah, true. I shouldn't be stressed out. I should be more stressed out about the lives, to be honest.
Or you should just be not stressed out.
That would actually be kind of the best case, actually. I mean, I don't want to make this 1 GBA 2.0. I can't remember this tunnel. I'm too old to remember this pattern. Oh my god, I can't remember this pattern. I think if I game over here, I'll probably, for PAX's sake, call it a day, but...
We have a few minutes to estimate.
I mean, that is true.
I mean, you don't have to. I won't make you.
I mean, it's for charity, that's a good point. I genuinely, I can't remember this stupid pattern here. It's too fast-paced for someone as old as me.
You know that I'm like 2 years older, right?
No, lies and deceit. We are just good at games, that's what it is. Okay, I got it. Let's
Well,
go.
only at this one. I don't know if that's a life skill that you're like should be excited about. But
I mean, is skill.
True.
At least I made it through, so it's only the final Pepsi can, and it's actually, hopefully, probably still within estimate. What happens if you die at the boss levels, by the way? Can you also replay those?
Yeah, you just start
okay.
at the level you're at.
Okay.
So essentially, you have infinite tries,
Ah.
since there's no checkpoints anyway.
That's a fair point. So dying isn't really a factor anymore here.
I mean, you have to look at the Pepsi can crumble and say game over. That uses time, of course, but aside from that, it doesn't make a difference.
Such a long cutscene. It's totally more timeless than the death. Yeah, this part is weirdly relaxing, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have to worry about the ones it throws anyways, the ones that go high, so...
Yeah, you never have to jump.
No, you just look at the floor and dodge.
One of the retro achievements for this one is to beat the level without taking damage and without jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually the case
Oops.
for most of these type of levels, but in this one it's actually easy.
Yeah, I totally did that as well without taking damage, no problem.
Yeah, I saw.
Well, it's just another $1. It's for packs, you know? It's all on purpose.
GG's though.
Is this where it ends?
Yeah, it ends when you lose control of Pepsiman.
Oh, I'm already done then. Well, thank you very much.
Usually at the beginning. No, not that losing control.
I got a 0-second run in that case. Oh yeah, we can watch this final cutscene, I guess, with our, like, most favorite Pepsi-Man actor. It's also the only one, but still.
Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi!
What a legend.
Everybody Pepsi, drink Pepsi. I don't think I've ever watched this one.
Only my choice.
Pepsi, only
My choice. But yeah, that's it from us, I think. GG's, Renee, to a good run. Well done.
That was fun.
Really
Jeez.
fun.
Yeah, and that cutscene is a wonderful end to to end this race, I think. So if my calculations are correct, I counted 61 points.
Oof.
And
I'm
I might
so
have
sorry.
still missed some, so I'm gonna round it up to 65 to make up for the ones I probably missed.
Did you just count a total? Because I thought back and I think I did like 6 to 8.
Yeah, the
I
most
also
ones were
did
from
6 to
Nixxo in
8.
the last
Two of
two
them on
levels.
purpose.
That's weird. If we both did 6 to 8, how is it on 60? I can't
I
understand.
don't know. He must have miscounted, but given that it's for charity, we'll.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
allow it.
allow it.
Mm.
We'll allow it, I think. Alright. Then, yeah, you both were well within estimates, so no worries there. And yeah, I hope you had great fun, but it sounded like that all throughout the run.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, it's always fun to race Nixxo, and it's always fun to play Pepsiman, and it's always fun to do a marathon for charity. So all three, sign me up.
I was about to say the same with Renee, minus the Pepsiman part, but it's always fun to race Renee, and of course, for the good cause, was a good time. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for helping out. And I think those are some good words to hop into a quick transition. And we will back with Gertie doing a Demon Slayer 80% run.
Ooh,
So
that's
don't
hype.
go
That's good.
anywhere. Alright. Goodbye, everyone.